right, hello everyone. My name is Ryan Bouldery with the Bouldery Music Academy. Today is our third video lesson so far. And before we get started, I just want to do a quick shout out to everyone that has recently liked our Facebook page or called us or emailed us or we met in person. Me and my wife Caitlin have been really hitting the networking recently and the marketing, and so I just want to say welcome and yeah, thank you. So moving on, today we're going to talk about how to get the most out of your favorite licks and phrases. So as a guitar player, when I first learned something really cool, one of the first things that I do, or that I was told to do from my teachers, is that you take the lick you like, or you just learn. So let's just use that as an example. That one's pretty cool. And then they tell you to play it in all 12 keys. Well, on the guitar, that's just a little too easy, because to transpose something on the guitar, you just slide it up a fret. So, ta-da. And you can just keep going. But to me, that doesn't really engage your brain a little very much. So it's just kind of a very passive kind of thing. So what I like to do instead, or on top of that, is to take the lick that I like and then bring it through all 7 modes of a major key. Or another way to think about that is take the phrase and transpose it to each chord of a major scale. All right, so let me introduce the phrase I chose for you guys today. One more time. Very simple, no rhythm there, just complete eighth notes, and I built it around a C major chord. All right, so what we need to do now is we need to use scale degrees to figure out what the kind of notes are in this pattern, so we can transpose it to the other modes very easily. All right, so what scale degrees are, they're just the numbers associated with the letters of each scale. So if we're in C major or C Ionian mode, C is number 1, D is 2, E is 3, F is 4, G is 5, A is 6, and B is 7. It's that simple. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to apply those numbers to the phrase, okay? So we start with 1, then we go to 5, then we go to 3, 4, 2, 3, 5, 7. All right, you should be able to see it on the screen. So that is the phrase based on C Ionian. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take that same combination of scale degrees, 1, 5, 3, 4, 2, 3, 5, 7, and I'm going to change it or transpose it to D Dorian. So now our new 1 is the D. Now here's the confusing part. We're still using all the notes of C major, because remember, D Dorian is the second mode of C major, so all the notes are the same. We're just changing our perspective to the 2 chord, or D minor. So same scale degree pattern. So 1, 5, flat 3, 4, 2, flat 3, 5, flat 7. All right, so for those of you confused about why I said flat 3 or flat 7, what that means is that we are changing the scale degree number to fit within the chord. If I would have just done a normal 3 or a major 3 like before, we would end up with 1, 5, 3, and right there is an F sharp. And since we're in the key of C, we have to use an F, so that means we are flatting the third. So 1, 5, flat 3. And the same thing with the flat 7. All right, so now what we're going to do, we're going to go run through the same thing, but now we're going to go to the third mode of C major. The third mode of C major is E Phrygian, based on an E minor chord, or E minor 7. All right, so E is now our new 1. All right, so remember, we're still using all the notes of C major here. So we got 1, 5, flat 3, 4, here comes the crazy note, flat 2, back to flat 3, 5, flat 7. So let me just reiterate what we did. We started with C Ionian, then we went to D Dorian, same pattern, and then we went to E Phrygian. So you can kind of hear all 3 of those are the same licks. All right, just kind of transposed to fit each chord. And then I'm not going to go through all 7, but they are on the tab for you to kind of look at. But what I am going to do is I'm going to play all of them for you. All right, so there you have it. I took this original lick that was kind of based on a C major chord, and I'm transposing it through each mode. So don't replace this with practicing all in 12 keys. You still want to practice all in 12 keys, but this is a way for guitar players to kind of get the same kind of level of kind of thinking when, you know, like a piano player, saxophone player takes the same lick through all 12 keys. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I'll see you next time.